Hey guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. Now, do you want to see what a broken culture looks like? You want to see what happens when there is no family, no shame, no morality, no father, and no standards? Well, I've got the answer for you in just one brutal, disgusting moment, okay? Now, two black teenage girls, fists flying, punches thrown, fighting over something. And what is that? Over a boy who didn't even lift a finger to stop the horrible display. These kids look to be around 16 or 17 years. I mean, at their age, I had my head buried in academic books, but these girls have way more serious things to worry about. Serious things like man problems. This is both hilarious and disgusting, but this is what we portray today as black culture. Now, what really went down was that a black girl found another black girl sitting on her boyfriend's lap. That means the boyfriend is cheating on her. Now, what happened next, you might wonder. Did she walk away like any other young woman with dignity would do? Or did they talk it out like reasonable human beings? Or did she at least slap the boy and storm off the premises like they normally do in all these romance movies? Nope. She beat the other girl senseless in public. Hair pulling, face punching, legs flying like wild animals in the streets. Like it was the BET Hip Hop Awards meets WWE SmackDown. And the boy? The king. He just sat there, a bored bystander at a dogfight. Zero leadership, zero masculinity, zero self-respect. And the worst part, after the fight, the girl who got beat down goes right back to sit on his lap again because according to her, it is not her fault that the boy chose her over the other girl. So yeah, I'm going to be playing the video right away, but bear in mind that I would be freezing some part of the video in order to comply with this platform's community standards because I don't want to be censored. But you best believe that that girl got the beating of her life. I might be posting an unedited version of the video on my Rumble. So if you haven't followed me there yet, I think you should go follow me on Rumble, okay? I now have a Rumble page. I will be leaving a link to my Rumble page in the description below or in the comment section. So I hope to really see you there. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at this clip.
What you finna hit me for? Get up. What you finna hit me for? Get up. What you finna hit me for? Get up. What you finna hit me for? You trying to make a... Oh shit! Stop, Ray! For what? For what? What you making a Ray, you gonna go to jail! Stop! Bitch! What are you doing this shit for? That's not my problem! If you got a problem with him, you got a problem with him, not with me! You trying to fight me over a over a because he wanted me over here! He told me to come over here! So I came! So I came! They been fucking. Are you trying to make a see this shit? Give me shit. Oh, damn. You can have the book. What? What the heck? You should have jumped in. You should have jumped in. I don't care if she's trying to fight somebody that's littler than her. Yeah, wasn't you just texting Misha yesterday? Nobody gives a two. Wasn't you texting Misha yesterday? Who? Me, can I see your phone right quick so I can log in? Who? I'll show you. Hold on. Who? Tamisha. Broke my finger. Like, you Tamisha. This kind of down. Who? I'll show you.
People are laughing at you guys, black people. And this is why nobody respects black people. This right here is the reason why nobody gives you any kind of respect. She says it's not her fault that the boy chose her over the other girl. Now, who's gonna tell her? Who is going to tell her that he did not choose her? Okay? That he's just lazy and unbothered and happy to get attention from the two girls who don't even know their worth. You were not chosen, my dear. You were used. Congratulations. Now, we need to have a conversation. A real one, okay? Not the sugar-coated MSNBC version, nor the race-baiting CNN victimhood narrative either. I'm talking about the uncomfortable truth that millions of people see but are too afraid to say, which is that the biggest threat to the black community in America is not racism, it is not white people, and it is not the system, okay? It is the black community itself. Now, this doesn't need any explanations, but I will still explain it nonetheless. Now, when you have a community where almost 70% of the children grow up in a single-parent household without a father figure, then this is part of the dysfunction it creates. When you raise a generation of children who have been influenced by rap music and horrible hip-hop culture that glorifies dysfunction and encourages boys to use women as fun things and discard them afterwards, then this is what you are left with. When you are raised by parents who would rather cover up this type of incidents, take the side of their degenerate children instead of reprimanding them, when you have some horrible enablers in the community who would criticize you to oblivion and call you all sorts of names for calling out this behavior, when you have a declining population of good people in a particular community who would rather keep quiet in the face of these horrible displays because they are scared of incurring the wrath of the loud degenerates, then this is what you are left with, okay? There is no guidance for some of these kids. There is no proper parenting because teenagers don't just wake up and act like this unless they have been allowed to do this over time. Where are their parents? Where are the adults talking sense into those crazy young people? Every single one of these people are a party to this degeneracy. But when the consequences of their actions come calling, when the stereotypes get created, when they start getting treated differently by people around them, then they start blaming white people or white supremacy or the system. But white people didn't make those kids to throw punches over a teenage boy. White people didn't make that boy juggle two relationships at the same time or sit there like a spineless coward without putting the situation under control. White people did not raise them to think that this sort of behavior is normal. That was the black community. That was the black household. The black community has been screaming about white supremacy for decades, okay? But let me ask you this. Is white supremacy making your kids fight in public like ordinary animals? Is white supremacy making your daughters brag about being side chicks and baby mamas? Is white supremacy making 70% of black children grow up without fathers in the home? No, it is you. You don't need a Klansman to destroy your community when you are doing it yourself faster and more efficiently than anybody ever could. But let me voice out some blunt truth that black people don't want to hear, okay? Which is that the black community is experiencing a decay, okay? Moral decay is the problem. The breakdown of the family is the problem. The celebration of stupidity, violence, promiscuity, and irresponsibility is the problem. You want to face your community? You start here. Get married before you have kids. Stop glorifying single motherhood as strength when it is brokenness. Tell your sons to pull up their pants, okay? Speak proper English if you're gonna speak English. And also, train your male kids to become real men, not overgrown toddlers with loud mouth and fragile egos. Tell your daughters they are not bad bitches or boss chicks just because they post their thirst traps and fight over useless boys. You don't need more social programs. What you need are fathers in the home. Discipline, shame, and standards. And when someone like me criticizes this sort of moral degradation, don't call me all sort of horrible names in the book. Do not mobilize people to send me hate mails. And don't claim that I am an African racist or that I don't understand what white people did to you guys or that you guys are passing through generational trauma. Just give me a break with all that because no one is forcing you to act a fool. No one is forcing you to worship gang culture, hip-hop culture, and hypersexualized garbage on social media. You chose it. You glorify it. You defend it. Then you turn around and you ask, why are people not taking us seriously? Why are people not taking our community seriously? But that is because you won't take responsibility. Now, another thing to note is that there are millions of black Americans who wake up every day, work hard, raise their kids right, and live with dignity. They are not on the news. They are not brawling and fighting on the streets. They are the proof that being black is not a curse, but the dysfunction you glorify is the curse. So stop crying oppression while you self-destruct on camera. Stop crying about the system while you ignore the most basic rules of civilization. The black community needs to clean its own freaking house. Yes, enough with blaming the police, blaming white people, blaming the government or history for making every mistake you make in your life, for making every bad choice and every collapse of character. There is no savior coming, guys. There is no program, no politician, no billionaire check is going to fix what has been broken because you refuse to look in the mirror. You want to be respected? Act like it. You want better outcomes? Make better choices. You want to break the cycle? It starts with telling the truth and calling out the nonsense. And until you confront that, you will never rise above it. Guys, again, my opinions and my thoughts, feel free to share yours, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to my channel. Also, consider going over to Rumble and subscribing to my Rumble page. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.